closing in 1 hour. Alec Baldwin. Let's talk about Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin in Italy. After Trump's victory, half the people in the country are very unhappy. It's a very difficult time. Americans are really uninformed about reality. What's really going on with climate change, Ukraine, you name it. Why they cannot sell abortion anymore. You know, if you are a woman, you say abortion. If you're a man, you say climate change, Ukraine. It's the same all over again, over and over again, over and over again. Let's hear it from the guy himself. We have like sets of, let me see if we can, okay. I'm going to try to this because there are also like Italian subtitles. And I don't want the Italian subtitles to just mess with the English subtitles. I think this is going to be nice. In my country. What do you say about your country, Alec? What do you say about your country? I loved you in Glengarry, Glen Ross. I always tell you that. I always watch Alec Baldwin's monologue from Glengarry, Glen Ross at least once a month. Someday I will do that impersonation. Once a month, like clockwork, I watch that monologue and I say, yes, let's do this. Always be closing, always be closing. What happened to that, Alec? What happened? Now it's always be complaining, always be complaining, always be complaining.
In my country, without going into significant detail, half the people in the country are happy and half the people in the country are very unhappy. It's a very difficult time in the United States. And I think the only way people can learn what is happening, and film is unique in this way, not only what's happening in the United States.
No, we don't want films to tell us what's happening. Okay, maybe that's what documentaries are for. You can have documentaries that are very good documentaries that are worth it. And documentaries are important because they tell you something that is happening. Of course, there's always biases. You have to get your information from many sources, but documentaries are one thing. But film is so much more than documentaries. I don't want to go to the cinema to know about what's going on in the world, to be pandered about something that's going on in the world. I think that's the reason why those last second reshoots of Captain America, Brave New World, or whatever the name is. But they were pandering. They were going to say something about, oh, we won against Trump, and then they have to reshoot that. We don't want that. We want escapism. We want escapism. You were also great in The Shadow, Alec. Alec had great moments as an actor. I mean, not precisely when he was pointing guns at people. Those we can skip those, but yes, Alec had great moments as an actor, and I'm sure that he knows the term is escapism. That we need to sit down for 2 hours and not think about reality. We want to disconnect from reality. So I don't know why are you bringing this into a film festival. I don't know if the Torino Film Festival is only about documentaries. I doubt it. I don't think that there must be festivals like that, but I don't think the Torino Film Festival is like that. But how can I put this way? It's so sad, and I'm gonna say it. It's so sad that so many people that have brought us so many great moments in film and entertainment have tarnished their legacy going against common sense. I mean, they have the right to say whatever they want, but the problem is that what they say is like they are the ones who are delusional. And something that is like the upside, the silver lining of all this. I think it was the Critical Drinker who said something like this. This is the year, 2024 is the year in which we lay to rest the opinion of celebrities, in which the opinion of celebrities matters no more. nobody will pay attention to them. And even if we realize that nobody will pay attention to them, because how many celebrities supported Kamala Harris, and how many of them, well, supported with payment, how many of them are completely detached from reality? And they claim, they have the gall to say that are Americans who are uneducated and are detached from reality. These are the people who are in front of a camera and are in a camera and being broadcasted into the world, and they are wrong. So it's sad. Again, I love movies. I love cinema. You know that I wanted to be an astronaut at some point. I also wanted to be a filmmaker at some point. I still have high hopes for all these AI tools that will make filmmaking so easy that everybody, as Isaac Asimov said, we will have a TV station in our homes. I have a TV station in my home right now. I realized that dream, so to speak. We will be able to make movies without all the logistics and with all the locations, without actors, without all the cast and crew. We will be able to act them, okay? We will be able to write them. We will be able to film, to light, to do all by ourselves in a laptop. How cool is that? I just have to wait like 5 or 6 years for that, and we will have all those tools at our disposal. There are tools right now. They are quite crude. We use them from memes, but anybody will be able to create a blockbuster movie, an indie movie on their laptop, 2 hours, maybe a short film, maybe a long film in their laptop. And this is what these people are fearing. They will be losing their jobs. The era, not only of the opinion of celebrities, but celebrities as a whole, is ending. It's coming to an end. The Hollywood celebrity that was so great in the 50s, in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 80s, and even in the 90s, is ending. It's coming to an end. They are becoming irrelevant, not only because of their political opinions, but because of their craft. Because they have become preachy. Oh, we need to be preachy in and out of the set. We don't want that, Alec. We want escapism. We want stories that give us hope, that inspire us. We don't want to be pandered to. And I could be here. I could be here all day.
But around the world, what's happening, you might not learn from the news. Television news in the United States is a business.
Yeah, and it's bad business right now.
They have to make money. And again, not to go into great detail about that, but there's a hole, there's a vacuum. There is a gap, if you will, in information for Americans. Americans are very uninformed about reality.
Oh, uninformed. I correct myself. I thought that he had said uneducated. That was Sharon Stone. Sharon Stone said that Americans are uneducated, and then 80% of Americans don't have a passport. 80% of Americans haven't traveled around the world, so they are stupid. That Sharon Stone said that, okay? I don't know what to tell you about it. Well, I already did. I made a video about that. You can find it in my channel.
Really going on with climate change, Ukraine, Israel, you name it, all the biggest topics in the world, Americans have an appetite for a little bit of information.
Yeah, Americans first and foremost want to know what is going on inside their country as any other citizen of any country. Because you care about your country first and foremost, and if your country is being invaded, then you want somebody, anybody, to do something about it.
That vacuum is filled by the film industry.
Which film industry, you moron? Which film industry? Hollywood? Hollywood? Don't fuck with me, Alec. No. I have to replay that. I had to replay. I had to replay. This is the good part. This is the good part of not watching these videos before doing this live show. This is the good part of not. No. This is the good part of reacting live to this stuff.
Americans have an appetite for a little bit of information. That vacuum is filled by the film industry.
That vacuum is filled by the... Okay, I'm going to learn about climate change in films. No, thank you. I will not go watch your shitty film if you're going to pander about climate change. I'm not going to watch your shitty film. I'm not going to give a dime to Hollywood. I will make my own movies. I will not care. I will not care what you say or anybody says. You are on the way out. You and all the people. And I feel bad for so many actors and actresses that, well, maybe they don't care about politics, or maybe they have common sense. They are going to be affected too. AI, artificial intelligence, is going to affect every single one of us in one way or another. And you should be preparing for that impact. It is a reality. My prediction has always been AI is not going to take our jobs per se, but it's going to help every single one of us do the job of 30 people at a time. Okay, it's going to multiply. It's already multiplying our ability to do the job of 30 people at a time. So that is something that is worth thinking. But Hollywood being to fill the vacuum of information, give me a break. The vacuum in his head. Yeah, Gary, you are spot on. The vacuum in his head. That is the actual vacuum that we're talking about. And see what else he says.
Not just the independent film industry, not just the documentary film industry, which are very important around the world.
Well, maybe this is I have to look for that. Let me see. I want to correct myself live. Is the Torino Film Festival only about documentaries? I just want to find out. Perplexity. And by the way, that is another thing. We used to think that we're going to Google that. I haven't used Google for a search in ages. I use Perplexity. The Torino Film Festival is not exclusively focused on documentaries, although documentaries do play a significant role in the festival programming. Documentaries are a crucial part of the festival. Well, there you have it. They aim to include films that explore the boundaries between fiction, video art, and experimental cinema. So there is, okay. It maintains a broad scope, celebrating various forms of cinema with a particular emphasis on youth, innovation, and experimentation. While documentaries are an important component, the festival's programming encompasses a wide range of cinematic works. So this was not just about documentaries, and certainly in documentaries can be biased, and that's the problem as well. There's something that we need to think about.
But by narrative films as well, where the filmmakers and the buyers, the studios and the networks and the streamers are willing to go that way, and they're willing to try to make films that are not only entertaining but informative as well. So I think right now is probably one of the most significant times in our history, since film began, since the film experience began. It became an art form, it became a business, a huge business. Now is probably one of the most important times in our history for us to make films that will teach people about what reality is around the world.
Yeah, well, if you are making documentaries, that makes sense. If you're making documentaries for people to escape from the reality of the world, no, we don't want any sort of pandering. We don't want that.